The first 90 days of business ownership doesn't decide whether your business succeeds or not. They decide whether you stay confident or start doubting every decision that you make. So what really happens in those first 90 days? Well, you're going to want to stay with me and you're going to find out soon.
Hi, I'm Peter Karunas, husband, father of 4, and Chief Growth Officer of a home service franchise system. This channel is about real conversations on franchising, the trades, and building a business that actually lasts. And in each episode, I break down the lessons, the mistakes, and opportunities that I see every day inside of the home services industry so that you can make more informed decisions along the way. Thank you so much for being here, and let's jump right on into it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Peter Karunas, and I've walked a lot of new owners through their first 90 days in my career, but some come out stronger, clearer, and more confident, and others come out overwhelmed and frustrated. The difference isn't talent here or background, it's expectations. So let's talk honestly about what the first 90 days actually feel like, and what you should be focused on at each particular stage. So here's what no one tells you up front. The first 90 days are not about mastery. They're about momentum. And if you expect to feel settled, calm, and fully in control right away, you're setting yourself up for a very large disappointment. The first 90 days are uncomfortable for you by design. So let's break it down. Let's talk about the first 30 days. The first 30 days are all about setup and mindset. Mindset of the owner here. You're learning new systems, you're hiring new people, you're onboarding new vendors, you're making decisions faster than what you're probably used to. And here's probably your biggest shift. You're no longer just responsible for your own performance. You're responsible for other people's outcomes. And that hits harder than what most people can expect. During these first 30 days, a lot of owners feel scattered. They question whether they're doing things in the right order. They worry they're missing something, okay? And that feeling is normal. The mistake that people make here is that they are trying to be perfect. They want every process to be clean. They want every hire to be ideal and every decision to be the right one. But that's not the goal. The goal in the first 30 days is movement, okay? Progress beats polish here every single time. Or as my daddy would say, progress beats perfection every time. So that's what the 30 days are about. But now let's go into from day 30 to day 60. So the next 30 days here are where things are going to get real for you. You're running jobs. Customers are calling. Things are breaking. A hire that you made doesn't work out. A customer complains. A system doesn't flow the way that you expected or the way that it was set up to. This is where your doubt is creeping in. You see, a lot of owners start asking themselves quiet questions. Did I underestimate this? Why does this feel harder than I thought? Is this normal? Yes. It is normal. This phase isn't a failure phase. It's a feedback phase. And the mistake here is reacting emotionally instead of adjusting strategically here. You don't need to rebuild everything. You need to refine everything. And this is where coaching and support matter most, especially in a franchise system. So it's not because you're failing, it's just because you're learning fast. And now, what happens in the next 30 days? So that's day 61 through 90, okay? See, these 30 days are where clarity starts to form for you. You begin to see patterns. You begin to develop this rinse and repeat ability to the business that you're in. You start seeing what works and what doesn't, and who you can trust and where you need help. Confidence doesn't come from everything going smoothly here. It comes from knowing you can handle things when they don't go smooth. This is also where owners start making a dangerous mistake. And that mistake here is that they try to do everything themselves. They jump back into that technician mode. They try to be the hero. That feels productive. They start answering calls themselves. They start dispatching calls. But all of that, while it may feel productive, it stunts your growth. And the real win in this phase is learning to delegate intentionally. This is where you start to become an owner and not just a worker in your own business. Like I said, I worked with a lot of people here, and the biggest mistake that I see is this. You see, owners expect the first 90 days to prove whether they made the right decision in this business or not. And that's not what the first 90 days are for, okay? They're built to build muscle memory, confidence, and rhythm. If you judge yourself too early here, you're going to miss the progress that you're actually making. In the trades, momentum compounds, okay? But only if you stay in the game. So as we wrap up here, if the first 90 days feel uncomfortable, that doesn't mean that something's wrong. It means that you're growing. And clarity for you comes after action, not before. And the owners that understand that early enough are the ones who are going to win in the long run. Thank you so much for watching episode 7 here of The Franchise Builder. I love that you're here, and if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe, and I'll check you out here on the next video. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on The Franchise Builder. If you got any value from this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any future episodes that I'm going to drop. Because I release new, brief videos regularly covering franchising, the trades, and what it really takes to build a business that lasts in this industry. Thank you for watching The Franchise Builder, and I'll see you on the next episode.
Coming up this season on The Franchise Builder.
If you're looking for passive income, this is not it. Not everyone should own a plumbing or an HVAC franchise. And if someone ever tells you that this opportunity is for everyone, that's usually your first red flag. If you don't want to manage people, the business will feel overwhelming. People are the business.